Girls, have you ever wished you could have a secret place, a hideaway where you could have your own little club? In the book Palace Beautiful, Sadie and her sister Zuzu move into a new house. Up in the attic, they discover a little area that they call Palace Beautiful. They show their new friend Bella this space, and in it they find the journal of a girl named Helen who lived in the house long ago. Helen writes about her family and about the flu epidemic that came through in the year 1918. Sadie and Zuzu and Bella take turns reading the journal, and they're almost afraid to find out if Helen lived and survived the flu. This is a wonderful book if you like mystery and a little bit of history thrown in as well. Check out Palace Beautiful.
This book is called Melonhead by Katie Kelly. Adam Mellon, who's called Melonhead by all of his friends, a nickname given to him by a friend, Lucy Rose, who you might know from another series, is a very inquisitive, curious boy who wants to be an inventor. When he finds out that there is an invention fair in town, he and his best friend Sam will stop at nothing to come up with the best invention ever. Sometimes Adam's inquisitiveness gets him into trouble, like when he's stuck in a tree and the fire department has to come with the jaws of life to get him out. Will Adam and Sam come up with the best invention ever? You'll have to find out in Melonhead.
The total tragedy of a girl named Hamlet is the story of a girl named Hamlet, yes, after the Shakespeare play, by parents who are professors and teach Shakespeare. Hamlet would just like to be one of the crowd, but her parents do all sorts of things that really embarrass her. Have your parents ever done that to you? To make things worse, her 7-year-old sister, Desdemona, is a genius and is taking classes at Hamlet's school. When Hamlet finds out that her class will be studying one of the Shakespeare plays, her parents volunteer to come and help out. Oh dear, can things get any worse for this poor girl named Hamlet? You'll want to check out this funny book at your local book fair. Boys and girls, a biography that will be at your Cardinal Lane Book Fair is Who Was Rosa Parks? Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913, and she became an incredible leader in the civil rights movement. Rosa grew up in Alabama. Her mother was a teacher and her father was a carpenter. When she was about 16, she had to stop going to school to take care of her grandmother, who had gotten very sick. Later, however, Rosa went back to school, and at age 21, she got her high school diploma. She worked as a nurse's assistant, she worked as a secretary, and she took the bus back and forth to work in her hometown of Montgomery, Alabama. You probably know Rosa Parks as the lady who started the civil rights movement by refusing to give up her seat to a white man who wanted to sit in the place where she was sitting at the back of the bus. This book tells you lots not only about Rosa Parks, but other leaders in the civil rights movement, such as Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois, and even Nelson Mandela. This is a great biography. Check it out at your Cardinal Lane Book Fair.
Sophie is a great new series at your spring book fair. Sophie is in the 3rd grade, and Sophie feels like that she is very average. in fact, that she is boring. She is in the middle child. She's not the tallest in her class, and she's not the shortest. She's not the smartest. She's not the slowest. She's not the fastest. You kind of get it. She's right in the middle. So Sophie goes, how can I be super duper great? What can I do to get all my classmates to think I'm special? Because I am special. So Sophie comes up with some wonderful things to be Sophie the Awesome. The only question is, does all her antics make her Sophie the Awesome or Sophie the Awful? In the second book, Sophie the Hero, Sophie truly is a hero. It's her quick action that saved toddler Ella, who had run into the street. Sophie ran and grabbed her just in the nick of time so a car didn't hit her. Well, when you become a hero, you keep thinking, I need to do more heroic things. Well, will all the antics of Sophie be a heroic, or will it be a heroic flop? In the third book, Sophie the Chatterbox, Sophie admits that she's been mischievous, and she confesses that yes, she's the one that hid the snake in the teacher's desk drawer. So she vows that she's going to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. But sometimes the truth can hurt. And sometimes she gets to the point where she is blabbing so much on all of her friends, they start calling her Sophie the Chatterbox. How is Sophie going to be truthful but not have her friends always mad at her? Well, if you like great stories about a mischievous girl, you're bound to love all of the new Sophie books at your book fair.
Boys and girls, have any of you heard of Jane Goodall, the famous scientist? At your book fair, we have a wonderful book that she has written called My Life with the Chimpanzees. From the time Jane was a young girl, she loved animals and wanted to study chimpanzees. When she was in her 20s, she finally got the chance to go to Africa, where she spent most of the rest of her life studying chimpanzees. She loved them, and they became familiar enough with her to accept her and let her get to know them. She recognized them, she gave them names, and this book is a wonderful story about her life with the chimpanzees. Make sure you check it out at your spring book fair.
This series is called The Splurge Academy for Disruptive Boys. Cody Mack is a disruptive boy, and he's in the principal's office. Again. His parents are there, and so is a person who he doesn't know. He's being sent to the Splurge Academy for Disruptive Boys. At the Splurge Academy, he has to wear a prison outfit. Not only does he have to wear a prison outfit and look like he's in prison, but he feels like he's in prison too. All of the teachers are out to get him, especially the evil headmaster Farley. Will he get away? Will he escape? You gotta find out in the Splurge Academy for Disruptive Boys. The first one is called The Rat Brain Fiasco, and the sequel is The Curse of the Bizarro Beetle.
Students, if you love fantasy, you'll have to check out the Books of Umber at your spring book fair. In the first book, Happenstance Found, 12-year-old Happenstance wakes up to find himself in an underground cave. He can't remember how he got there or who he is, except to know that luckily for him, 3 folks, Lord Umber, a one-handed archer named Sophie, and a big guy named Oates appear to save him from a giant worm that is slithering through the cave. When they get Hap outside and head for a boat to take them back to Lord Umber's castle, they realize that Hap has some very unusual abilities. He has incredible green eyes. He can leap giant distances. He can speak many languages, and he never needs to sleep. Lord Umber is also a man of many qualities. He's an adventurer. He's an inventor. He's an explorer. In fact, He even has some unusual friends, such as the lady who helps them get back to the castle. However, danger lurks. There is an assassin, a man named the Creep, who is out to get Hap. He knows that Hap's special abilities allow him to do something that you'll have to read the book to find out. Check out the Books of Umber.